I mean,
You're the expert here.
I am. Oh, wait.
I just talk fast.
I am the expert.
Yeah.
Oh. Excuse me, I wasn't ready for that one.
See,
Okay, so...
this is how you get French people to talk.
I can't say it, fuck off. So
Yeah, let's go.
about the situation here, Lakila with Steve, one of the characters that can actually kill you so quickly, against Anbil, one of the characters, the biggest characters in the game, and one of the lightest. Do you want me to make a drawing, or are you good now?
No, I'm good now. Like, I might be stupid, I'm not that stupid.
So yeah, good thing though for Anbil, he can actually try and grab Lakila quickly, but how do you deal with those walls? You don't!
Well, Shadow Ball is doing like, going to do like a little bit of damage, right? You can swipe away with forward air, but all of these are inherently risky, right?
Yeah. You said little bit of damage, right?
It doesn't really, no?
How do you call that? Do you call that damage? Because I'm not sure it is damage.
That is very little damage because it is 0, right? So I'm still right.
And it was against dirt. So imagine against an iron wall.
Well, 0 is still 0, right? So.
Yeah, true. So yeah, again,
okay, so
Lakila.
I was wrong. Is that what you want me to say?
No, excuse me, I was bad-mouthing up to now because look at the damage.
Wait, there was damage?
0 damage on Lakila? Oh, finally, yeah.
Oh, okay.
2 diamonds on deck for Lakila. He's having a field trip again. Good up smash here, not going to get a kill.
I agree with Ambil not trying to interrupt the mining because Mewtwo, as we've seen, like with Shadow Ball, I think, he doesn't really have many tools to do so. So I agree with him playing it patient, just accept the fact that he's going to get resources.
Yeah, so we've seen 2 kind of game plans against Steve. First one is over-aggression. Works well when you have characters such as, for example, Roy.
That almost was a DBZ
again, but from the other side of the stage, it's going to be quite hard. And Steve is going to have the upper end, which is kind of drastic for Anbil because he's going to be now the one looking for interactions against.
Dashtek's going to take it. I think Lakila was very quickly thinking about getting another diamond axe because that just broke.
Yeah.
He decided against the bush, which that means he was kind of stuck next to his crafting table, and that was Ambil just reacting to it.
This is kind of a dead zone when you're playing Steve. There's a moment where you're so high percent, and where your tools start to break, you're like, do I go for another one? Do I waste tools materials to get another new tool that I will lose in like a second? You don't feel very confident in those calls.
Yeah.
But yeah, there are 2 game plans against Steve. First one is over-aggression. This is the one you would go for if you play Roy or those kind of characters. And the other one is deep passiveness, because
that just hurts, man. Like, that forward smash is so brutal.
And that's very difficult to take
I
in the
agree
face.
with you. Like, you can't really do that hyper-aggressive playstyle with Mewtwo against Steve anyway. You can against other characters, but not with Steve. So you have to take the slower route, which Ambil is doing, but of course that means that if Lakila has a correct read, it's a very dangerous thing, but a nice little confirm from Ambil coming through.
Yeah, and this goes through the shield, so this is again a good option when you go into that defensive zone where Lakila is going to close himself in.
Also reflects minecart at Anvil, right? So
indeed, so this is something you can go for a call out. Or are you dead? No, good dodge here. You were going to die in the next interactions, but you're not out of the...
Teleport onto the pressure plate. Not really the best kind of option, I would say, but Ambil living that for some reason. He has to mash out right there and doesn't really have any options left. The block breaking before he fell onto it. Hello?
Do you know why it broke off? Because it was one of the furthest blocks from the land itself.
Yeah, it was at the very edge.
Yeah, it was at the edge, and this is something they changed in the last patch they had on Steve. The further the block is, it's already going to fade quicker than usual. But now it's even quicker than before.
And he was going to stand on it, which makes it fade even faster.
That was he went for the fast fall. Yes. Yeah. So, good job on him.
That is like optimal debate, you know, coming through.
I don't think he wanted to go this way. I mean, I don't think. I don't think Lakila was planning that far away.
You never know. Like these Steve players, I'm telling you, they're big brained.
That could be possible.
I'm telling you.
Okay, now. We saw that again he was going for kind of a mix between the two, over aggressiveness and patience, and I think he needs to commit into one of those two, because if he keeps on going in that gray zone, he's going to get punished every time he goes for the aggression, and he's not going to be ahead when he goes for the patience or passive options.
And like both players 0% just up smash and neutrals. I mean, sometimes you just have to go for it, right? didn't really work, and it netted him like 57%. So yeah, I mean, you ate the punishment for it. So well deserved, I would say, in this particular regard. But still, I mean, Ambil, ooh, what a catch. Yeah. I mean, that is like the first option that you do as Steve, right? You minecart back to station. Ambil just calling it out with that nice little backer.
Yeah, you feel so confident up there. I mean, not a lot of characters can actually go there and catch you.
Do you want me to tell you one character that can do that?
Mewtwo.
Yes.
Yes! That's right, baby!
Man, you really are smart.
Thank you. Wait, that's sarcasm again, is it?
No. I would never.
Wait! But for now, pretty ahead for Anbil. He could actually just stay there for 5 minutes and win. And honestly, looking at all the tools that Lakila has, this is what I would do.
Oh, the smash attacks are coming out now. Up smash into down smash into forward smash into up smash.
For the up smash?
All the smash attacks right now. The game's not called Smash for nothing, okay? You gotta get those smash attacks out and stuff. And there's a reflector on the minecart. It's not going to like catch Lakila. If he's on the ground, it's going to have like an active hitbox that actually hits him away. I'm pretty sure that was supposed to be an up tilt.
Yeah, again, or either he's
or
very fond of those up smash, but I'm pretty sure he wasn't going to be one, considering again this is one of the least safe option of Steve, and we're talking about a character that can just up tilt your face for years. So, last stock for Lakila, a complete different rhythm compared to last game, but here Goodner is going to take the kill for Lakila again, but he needs to do a lot of work yet to get back in there.
But still a stock down, of course, but we know how quickly this can change. Okay, tries to go for the hard read, and I respect it, especially in the position that Lakila finds himself in, yet still the damage is still good on Ambil. Like, don't get me wrong, 61 from that interaction is still like massive.
Yeah, and considering when we're talking about one of the lightest characters in the game, he could actually die from an F smash here.
Right. And I think he's looking for it. Yeah, that is the outside's way to save. Actually, the disable not quite reaching far enough, as Lakila is not trying to punish that because he knows, you know. So he's not going to be falling for that, but still Ambil's in a great position and actually disabling the minecart and then punishing with the fair is quite nice. Okay, the adders coming through, but still Ambil is fast enough to cover that as well with a fair to a different direction, which means that Luck is not going to die, but he is still going to take a lot of damage.
Yes, indeed, and now again the common grab with the cart is not going to be enough. Good F smash here, going to get punished with the fair. One stock again ahead for Anbil here, and the Shadow Ball in the hand. What is going to do with it?
Oh, he's approaching slowly but surely, very menacing. Trying to go for the hard hit on the adders, actually gets it and gets the up throw. Actually does not die, even with that amount of rage. That is very interesting. I thought he would die, but he are down in City though. Whee! And there he goes. Free space program here. Mewtwo, the first Pokemon on the moon right now with after that up smash. Beautiful stuff from Lakila, but he's still quite a ways down here. Oh, that double jump was extremely dangerous.
Yeah, indeed it was. And here catching again the air dodge with the back air, D-card in the face. A whole complete shape change in the...
Yeah, that was a very ill-advised grab. Trying to call out something right there, but still, like, that was like almost a comeback.
Yeah, honestly here, Anbil just punished what Lakila was giving him. Because that up smash at the beginning, that last grab here, were just 3 stocks given by Lakila to Anbil. And I think that if he removes this from the equation, it's going to be completely different. Now, I want to add a last thing we said about the 2 game plans you can have against Steve. The point with Town and City is that you have a lot of wood around, okay? So Steve is not going to be lacking any material at all. If you were to move onto more metallic platforms such as PS2, you could actually wear him out a lot quicker than usual. And this is something we've seen if you look at, for example, the sets of Mutace against Sakura during Genesis. You went on to PS2 and Mutace was just chilling the whole set, waiting for Sakura to go for those diamond and iron. But because there's only iron remaining on the stage, every time he's putting a block on there, it's going to wear his resources so quickly that you can actually play around it.
It's stone, right? So
yes, it's stone and iron. Sorry,
so you only get stone as like a building material.
Yes,
and that runs out very quickly, which is one of the reasons, by the way, that I am still in favor of Lylat being in the pool, because Lylat you only get iron.
Indeed, and I do agree.
I am a Lylat defender, and you can quote me on Twitter. I do not care. I'm a fan.
I'm going to die on that hill with you,
Same.
unless you die first. In that case, no worries, I'm going to go down there.
I didn't expect anything else from you, my friend.
Sorry, the
Bastard.
French... yeah, that's right, you can do it. We can say
I can
this.
swear I have official permission from Hugo. So, yeah.
So, yeah.
I can call you a bastard all I want.
Now, however, did you... Yeah, don't, please. But for now, we moved on SBF, and this is another stage where there will be more mixed materials, which is, again, I think a better thing here for Anbil, and I do understand the stage selection here. And let's see how he does. Again, he's going to get the driver's seat for now, getting a bit ahead. But, man, this is insulting to the Shadow Ball.
I was about to say, I don't like that it does, like, 0 damage. Like, it makes the Shadow Ball look so weak, which already looks way weaker than it is.
Yeah.
And then it makes it look even weaker, and then you get hit by and you die at 50.
Look at that! The card, the card that is not moving is going to tank the Shadow Ball. How can Anbil approach?
Well, you know, at least the card is like, you know, dead after. You know, it's like gone.
At least, you're right.
So that's
what do
like
you do now?
a thing. Yeah, that's. This trap is so devious because it looks like Steve should get it, but he doesn't.
Yeah,
because he has. If he activates it, he has a smaller hitbox than anybody else.
You can say the word DLC privilege. But there's no DLC privilege to this fair here that's going to connect, and there's a DLC privilege for this side B in the face. So Lakila is going to even the odds again, 3% only on his face, and here what is going to juggle, try to juggle, I guess, with the up tilt. You don't need any juggle when you can just go for the huge card
you
hits,
can
I
just
guess.
get 50 from 2 hits. That's fine. You know,
That's fine. This is fine.
So it's either you get 50 from 50 hits or you get 50 from 2 hits. Both of them totally fine for Lakila right there. But it is a nice little trap now with the Shadow Balls. They are so dangerous at the ledge, and you can just fire them to cover everything from roll to jump to neutral get up. There's very little things that if you time the Shadow Ball correctly that Lakila can do. But he got out of the situation in the end. 8 a lot of percent for it though, kind of makes the game even once again. About a collar, but the block saves Lakila from certain death. He doesn't even need the technicals get launched to the other side. Forward tilt, doesn't quite kill yet, even though it was fresh. Time to go for the down, though. Down smash. 2-frame, didn't quite get it, so resetting the situation. Lakila getting some reset, but look at that bar, it's empty.
Yeah, it is empty. He's going there butt naked, and yes, you're sure going to have 3 iron, but how and what are you going to do with that?
Well, not having any iron anymore, but... Well.
Finally, he's back on materials, but yeah, we do have to remind you that whenever he dies, he needs to mine for the diamond from the beginning again.
Yes.
So he doesn't care, you don't care at all if you were like this close on the previous stock. You need to go back from square one. And here, I think Lakila is going to be able to at least get that stock quickly and use that momentum to just mine again, but he wants to get those diamonds going, and here it is. This is going to be quite useful in this specific match because, again, Anbil being one of the lightest characters in the game is going to suffer a lot from the next interaction.
Oh,
good! Good!
Yeah, that is optimal right there, actually. Going for the sour spot into the forward air, but yeah, just coming through, you know, a little bit of a roller coaster ride from Lakila, enjoying his time, you know, and getting Anbil to do the exact opposite by losing his stock.
Yeah, but look at the percent already, 100% for Lakila. Anbil can actually make it before getting into a huge combo. What do you mean I'm getting caught by that car? I guess the tail? I guess, is it the famous Mewtwo tail?
Let's just call it like that. I mean, it might not have been, but because Mewtwo is huge anyway. So, yeah, and there it is, the trap with the Shadow Ball.
That Shadow Ball.
That Shadow Ball, definitely huge, not only in terms of size, but also for Anbil as he secures himself this third game.
And I think this was also the revenge of the Shadow Ball here we got, because again, this Shadow Ball didn't get very useful up to now. I'm talking about those interactions with those walls we had up to this point. So yeah, I want to do a quick shout out to Hugo, who is just eating near our face right now.
Yeah, that's great, Hugo. Thank you.
I find it very grateful. Thank you, mate. I mean, the smell and all, like, don't throw it, man. Thank you. Thank you again for your work and your support for us, who have been starving here for the past 3 hours.
What?
Mate,
I was sitting here longer.
Being melodramatic is in my CV.
In his blood. In his blue French blood.
Blue? What do you mean blood?
You're not royal? Oh, that's fair.
So, Dave, how do you feel about the current matchup as a Mewtwo player yourself? Thank you, Natros. I love your input
yeah,
on the
the insight
situation.
is huge, huge. Thank you so much, man. Yeah, there's definitely some nuts in that noggin rolling around, you know.
Anyway, moving on. We are going to have game 3, if I'm correct. 2-1 for now for Anbil, is it?
It is 2-1 for Anbil, yes.
So, do you think Anbil is going to defend the color of Norway? And okay, you can see already the crowd getting a bit cheery here.
Yeah.
Okay. Norge!
Norge. People cheering for Norge, but interestingly enough is also a few Finnish people cheering for Norge, which I don't know if that makes sense.
That is what we call the Steve effect, my friend.
That's what we call being a trait. No, I'm kidding. Anyway,
back on TNC.
I have a question for you as well.
Yes.
Do you think that Anbil is going to get killed by an anvil?
That would be very dramatic, and I weight my words when I say that. Shadow Ball to jab, classic Mewtwo stuff here, 37%, and again, I think this is the 4th game where Anbil is the one taking the lead from the get-go.
Yeah, and that kind of makes it a little bit awkward for Lakila to play, right? Because now you're down, and in theory, Anbil could just now go to the other side of the stage and chill.
Yes, but that was up to the... No, okay.
No, it still is. Like, as long as you hold the lead, Lakila at some point has to approach, and that's what you said about Mute Ace against Akkola as well. Because if you hold the lead, it doesn't matter if you like get all the resources like you need to. You still have to approach, but that is now over because Anbil has eaten 6% more than Lakila has. So I mean, Anbil has not played passive anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But I'm talking about theory here, okay?
Yeah, I do agree on that theory again. But the game is on, and both players want to get in there to get the kills. And this is with Finland. We got what the?
Oh, I love the idea.
Yeah, it would have worked.
Didn't work.
Yeah, it would have worked if there was no tech from Anbil here.
Yeah, good tech.
Actually. Oh, no iron!
No iron on Lakila. Don't scream that this loud. Don't want to coach the players, you know.
I'm not coaching the players. They both have, as I said before, soundproof headsets.
Oh, yeah, well, Anbil has, actually. Lakila doesn't, but he knows that he doesn't have any iron, so I guess that's fine.
So for now, 112%. No diamond, if I'm correct, for Lakila. So Anbil
not yet. He
does
is close.
Have some slight advantage.
He is close though because he already got his 2nd gold, so he's like a few more mining milliseconds away. And there comes the combos. Of course, there's gold as well, which means faster up tilts. He actually gets it going after that mistake on the block right there, and that was some good 64%. So that actually got Lakila back into the game, dodging away from the disable as well. There's some close calls between the two right there, but we end up in quite an even state. So far as the spikes coming through, Anbil living that one because it is gold in the end.
Yeah, however, I do have to say that Lakila does love those shadow balls in the face, because I think the big ones are always connecting.
Do not ever take that out of context.
So, for now, even percent on both sides, but as you can see, though, I think the kill power is pretty even too. Oh, okay, good catch. Backsword is going to do the kill, and no diamond at all for Lakila. Very few iron 4, if I'm correct, but yeah, okay, we're going to increase that number a bit. Yeah. But yeah, here, Anbil is just letting him cook, I guess, on the side of the stage.
I mean, like with gold. Oh, gets back in it. Oh, I thought that would like be more because like it's so funny when Steve just gets back into his minecart and just like goes on a rampage. It's so good. Anyway, that's luckily for Anbil that's not the case, but that was so close for Anbil getting killed by an anvil. We're getting there.
Yeah,
we're getting it one of these days.
Reverse. I want to have Anbil reversing the anvil and King Lakila with an anvil.
You haven't seen... Oh, yeah.
Good
that's just
combo
50.
here. Yeah, it did 50 indeed, and kind of even the odds. But what is lacking is still that diamond for Lakila. So if you want to get the kill, he needs to mine for it. Yes, perfect. Now, do you have space to go and craft the material?
No,
that's the question.
You don't right now because Anbil is on that. Anbil is on it, dragging him down, getting the backthrow, setting him off stage, so no building there as well. Now there's a Shadow Ball fully charged. Lakila can like stall a little bit towards the side. Gets the minecart, gets into a good position. Dash is coming through. The crowd's getting excited. That's a lot, but he's too slow. He charged a little bit too much. And Anbil gets the backer, closing it out. A little bit of pop-off coming through as well. Anbil and Norge is clearing this set 3-1.
And the Norwegian people are cheering
And Kekri.
on the corpse of their enemies.
And Kekri.
And Kekri?
He's not from Norway. But he's cheering for Norge anyway.
For Norge, yeah. That's
I don't know why he does it, but he's that kind of guy. You know,
Yeah,
he's just cheering for everybody.
They're
I
cheering
believe.
for Norway. That's the point I was saying. But yeah, 3-1 in a close set overall when you think about it here.
Yeah, that could have gone.
Anbil did manage to reverse the whole situation. I think overall, under panic, under pressure, Lakila was the one lacking a bit. Between the two. Anbil here keeping his calm, and I think playing a character that is light and big, such as Mewtwo, just makes you more resilient to this kind of situation. You're getting used to be in disadvantage, getting used to the situation under pressure where you need to... I didn't call for you. You know what? Get out.
Damn, rude. I thought French
Anbil,
people were supposed to be nice.
Anbil, my friend, how do you feel about this set?
Feels so good.
You have to go like ASMR mode on that thing. There it is.
Oh. Yeah, no, I feel great. I have a trash track record against Steve. We don't have any good Steves in Norway. None.
Don't worry. There's not a lot of Europe overall, like except in the UK.
Mace Beans.
And Mace
You got
Beans.
dropped in Spain.
Spain, but he's half French, so that's why.
Yeah, exactly.
But he's not coming. No, he does speak French quite well. He does speak French way better than a lot of Spanish. So yeah.
But no, so it feels really great to finally beat a good Steve, because I haven't done that. I think Mewtwo has the tools to do well, like almost make it even against Steve. I think it's probably like slight losing, but I think he has the tools to make it hard for Steve to win. It's not a free matchup at all. So.
What do you think about Shadow Ball not doing any damage to blocks?
It's dumb.
I agree.
I think it should go through the blocks, to be honest.
It was insulting. Actually, some damage, but not anything at all was interesting. Like the charge ball you just sent in, it was like.
Yeah, if I hit like the top, because Shadow Ball goes up and down. So if I hit the corner, it does damage.
Seriously?
Yeah.
That's bull crap.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
at least it looks like it.
Besides this, what was interesting is that you kept on going onto TNC because I guess he had the stage control. And we talked about there are two ways to face a Steve. It's either over-aggressiveness, such as character with Roy and all, or over-passiveness, like forcing him to go, like letting him go for that diamond. And because they kind of lose brain cells when they have diamond and a lot of iron, you kind of expect a lot of iron cards, a lot of good shots with those diamond tools, but you can actually like predict them, and so you react afterwards.
Yeah.
And yet here you were in the middle of the zone, like mixing up both of them. So how do you feel about your game plan? Are you feeling that it's a good one, or do you want to shift it up a bit? Did you realize stuff during this set?
I'm not sure which game plan to go for, because as I said, I haven't played a lot of Steves.
Yeah.
So I feel like a mix between the two is good. Like letting him, making him comfortable. Like when I'm in the lead, I don't think I should care that much about him mining, because as long as I'm not putting myself in danger, like he has to win neutral, and it isn't easy to win neutral against Mewtwo.
Yeah.
Unless I get hit by a random minecart, which happened once or twice.
I mean, you're twice as big as the cards themselves, so that helps.
I mean, even if you weren't, like, it tends to happen. Like, you're playing Steve, right? So you're getting hit by minecarts. It's a thing.
So no, I think I definitely could be better at abusing the fact that Steve loses resources. I'm not that used to like punishing him for having low resources. Yeah. I'm not that aware. So there's definitely something to work on there. Yeah,
and overall, I mean, you say the word, he needs to win neutral in order to use the diamond tool and those cards. So if he doesn't, then there's no issues. You just need to play perfectly afherwards.
Yeah, it's so easy. Just play perfectly.
Yeah. I just gotta be better.
Wait,
just win.
I
dude.
sound like a Twitter warrior now. So yeah, now you're going to face the winner of, if I'm correct, Farfer and a Ton. How do you feel about it?
That's cool.
Hey, completely different idea from BJ earlier.
Yeah,
I think that's hella cool because I have a winning record on both. But I hope Ton wins because he's Norwegian, and I have a good.
No.
My track record. I think I've taken the last 5 sets against Ton. I think he's not taken I've taken 15 games in a row at this point.
Ooh, okay.
So,
I
Mate,
mean,
you're saying that to casters. You know about the casters curse, right?
oh,
Are you sure you
That's
wanna
the
Oh
thing.
no.
Are you sure
He's
you wanna
gonna
do
take a
that?
game now.
Also, I love how you like. I would love to for Tonto, but because he's Norwegian, and then you completely throw him under the bus. It's like because it's good for me.
I mean, it's the same. Like, if I did that to Pfeiffer, sure, I would be. Even if I had a good record against Pfeiffer, like really good record, I'd still prefer Ton to win because
I get it. I get you.
Okay, yeah,
also
well,
a better matchup.
yeah. Well, you can say that now, but
It's good for me, and
yeah.
he's Norwegian,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it's a win-win.
Okay, I get it.
Anyway, thank you again for this quick interview. Good luck for the
Yeah,
rest of the
have fun,
bracket.
have fun, mate.
And may we see you later. Commentator change now. Okay, guys.
Commentator change now. All
as
right. Well,
production just said, it was a blast to be there. Schwarz, you will finally be able to rest a bit.
yes, I
if
will
I'm
have a
correct.
quick break now. I need some food, man.
I need some food too, so
Do
I
you wanna
think
get some
we are
food?
going to grab some food and also grab some food for our dear Dave, who is going to be taking the seat right now. Is it?
Is
Are you
it-
good, or do you want to grab something to eat? Yeah.
Do we get a break?
Is Voravia available or not?
No, like a break. Oh. Oh, okay.
Nonetheless, we're going to have a quick break, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
Please stay tuned for the last match of the quarterfinals. It's going to be Hope against KP, and later on we're going to move to the semifinals, finals, and so on.
It's going to be
It was
Ton, then it's going to be Hope KP.
It was
and
going to
then-
be and Schwarz. So yeah, keep around. Just don't hesitate to give us some support on Twitter if you do have feedbacks and all. This is how we improve.
That would be
And
lovely.
Anbil here was the guy we just